Hello everybody, it's Jake here from Diamond Exterior Cleaning and welcome back to the channel. New haircut, new weather, blimey, what's this sun? I've never seen this before. It's showing a rare appearance today. Still a bit chilly, that's why I got the jumper on, but I'm sure it's going to heat up as the job progresses. Today I've got an absolutely weed infested driveway and sort of side area for you. Some green algae ridden walls. And I'm really excited to clean it. I actually came to this property last year, sort of in the winter time, and cleared out some of their gutters for them. They had a few issues. And I noticed the pattern on the driveway, but it was quite hidden then. And it's been a few months since I was last here, and it's got worse. So I mentioned to the customer, if they ever want it cleaned, give me a shout, because I want to be the one to clean it, because I think it's going to be an outrageous transformation. I hope you're all doing well. If it's sunny where you are, then happy days. But yeah, no, we've got viewers all around the world now, 32,000 subscribers, absolutely unreal. Really cool to see that number growing, and I really appreciate everyone sort of sticking around and watching the channel. I'm not going to talk for too long because we've got loads of cleaning to do, loads of tidying up to do before we get going, and yeah, I can't wait. So we'll get cleaning. I'll catch up with you later on in the video. Cheers, bye. I'm not going to lie guys, I lasted about 2.5 minutes before taking that jumper off. It's bloody hot and I'm loving it. I'm a bit of a sun baby, I absolutely love it. So we're filling up, but I wanted to show you quickly. God, you know, say bad things happen in threes. Look at my machine, it's absolutely falling to pieces. This weld here completely snapped off a couple of weeks ago. I've now got a split in this hose down here, which is peeing out water, and then obviously the unloader's been broken for a while, so it's clinging on for dear life, and it's just as we enter the pressure washing season, so it's not good timing at all. But what is good timing is I'm actually visiting a cleaning show this weekend, so it will be the weekend this video goes up. I'm going to the Cleaning Expo in the UK, and you might see a shiny new toy in the next video, hopefully. Otherwise I would have not spent any money, they would have been too expensive, and you'll see me with this ratty old thing in the next one. But yeah, fingers crossed we can get through this job and make it to the weekend. We can spend some money and get something nice and new, because yeah, this one, it's been doing alright, but it's clinging on for dear life, honestly. Oh well, we'll make it work. Come on. Right, not the best sign. Look at this. This is the drain. That looks quite blocked up to me. Hopefully we can blast that through. But could be our first little roadblock. Let's see. Might be able to blast it out and then sort of flush it through. Obviously I'll try my best not to put anything else down here, but looking pretty blocked up. what did I say, guys? Complaining about the pressure washer, and then all of a sudden my glasses have snapped in half. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to balance them on my face. See if we can finagle this. Just snapped off the corner. I mean, these are absolutely wrecked. Look at that. Ooh, very fashionable, very not straight. What I'm going to do, I know there's a petrol station down the road, so I'm going to hop there. Hopefully they've got some like super glue or something. Let's super glue them together. Otherwise, ooh, brother, I'm not sure what we'll do if they don't have any super glue. I might have to run off somewhere, but fingers crossed. Let's go see. Yes, shout out MK Premier Stores. Thank you for your all-purpose glue. I actually went into the petrol station and they didn't have any, and I started panicking. I started worrying. I said, where can I go? He said, go over the road. The guy in there might have some. They'd actually sold out as well. So at this point, I'm like, what am I going to do? My glasses are going to fall off. I can't see. My vision is so bad. But he found some like all-purpose glue in his drawer and glued them together for me. So we're letting them set. Obviously, had to buy the can of Coke and the chocolate bar just not to be rude. He was just gluing them for me, so appreciate it. But I'm going to wait for them to harden up. Forces me to have a bit of a break as well. I struggle to have breaks, struggle to take breaks actually. I'm one of those people that when I start, I like to just go until it's done. And sometimes jobs like this take hours and hours and you could just get shattered by the end of it. But I'm going to have 10 minutes, wait for them to set properly, because the last thing I want is for them to fall apart again. And then get back on with it. I mean, the drainage here is pretty naff, if we're being completely honest with you. Pretty bad. But we'll make do with what we can. It is draining away slowly and I'm jetting it through, but it just seems like there might be some sort of underlying issue where the soakaway's full or blocked, or something like that. There's something sinister going on. But we're making do with it, and this gives it a bit of time to dry out as well, so I can sort of scoop up the muck. But yeah, I'll take 5 and then I crack back on with the work, get cleaning. Right guys, we're back for day 2. I'm here to resand and I'm back in the van because actually the neighbour, I don't know whether you can hear it in here, it's probably a slight hum, but the neighbour has started pressure washing his driveway, which is always quite cool to see, that sort of someone's seen me come and clean this one and then they get inspired to do their own. Obviously it's nice when they give me a call and say, I really like next door, can you come and clean mine? But you know, it's also nice to see people out and about getting some hard work done, because I think it's so easy nowadays, especially obviously, you know, if you're not able-bodied or you're particularly elderly, which some of these customers that I clean for are, I totally understand, you know, getting someone else in to do it. But if you're able and you've got a bit of spare time, you've got the equipment and stuff, why not try and do it yourself, you know? And if you mess it up, someone like me is only a call away. But yeah, it's quite cool to see him pressure washing. But I've come back today with a few bags of sand to resand. I actually like the way it looks before I resand it, but you have to do it to stop the blocks moving when the vehicles are on it. I'm going to crack on with that and then I'll catch up with you when we're done. But overall, I've come back today. There's a few black spots left, but I think it looks unbelievable. So crack on with the sanding. I'll speak to you in a bit. Right guys, we're done. It's not quite as hot today, but it's still relatively mild. But yeah, finally done. All that sanding's done. All that's left to do is for me to blow the sort of top little layer of dust off and to take everything that I've been using home with me. I'm really happy with how this one's turned out. Like I said, I don't know why I came up here. Like I said, there's a few black spots left if you take a look. But the condition it was in originally with all those weeds was unbelievable. I've told the customer they need to put an absolute boatload of weed killer down, just because cleaning it will not kill all of those weeds. It takes the top off and kills a few of them. The chemical I use kills a few weeds as well, but the stubborn ones, they need weed killer directly on it, and I'm not allowed to do that because it's you need a license in this country, bizarrely. But yeah, customer's been told to do that and it looks great. I'm really happy with it. A good couple of days work, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you've made it this far into the video, then you're a true legend, and if you haven't subscribed already, subscribe. Comment down the bottom for me, flower pot, to show me that you've made it this far. Obviously change your glasses today as well, but yeah, if you've made it this far and you've enjoyed it, comment down the bottom flower pot for those massive sort of terracotta coloured flower pots. I wonder what kind of flowers go in there. I reckon it's not a flower, I reckon a tree goes in there. So a flower pot or a tree emoji, whatever you like. But all that's left for me to do is say thanks for watching, and I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, bye now.